Is this thing on? Alright then. Hey everyone. If you're hearing this, then chances are you're hearing my real voice for the very first time. I said before in previous videos, I was tentative about revealing my real voice because, like pretty much everyone else on this planet, I don't really like how it sounds on recording. It sounds weird, you know, different from what I'm hearing in my head. But I got myself a decent microphone, a Blue Snowball, which isn't as good as the Blue Yeti, but it's still good enough for recording. And I thought, it's about time, you know. My channel has been around for quite a long time, and I thought, you know, why not? Before we begin, I'm just going to play some music just to liven the video up a bit. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's try this one. No, that's too depressing. Not depressing enough. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to get to the point here. The biggest question most likely on everyone's minds right now with regards to my channel is where I've been, what I've been doing, and most importantly, why I've not been uploading any videos for like a really long time. I mean, my last video hit its 1 year anniversary just a few days ago, and you know, I can't believe how quickly time goes by. As you get older, you start to have less fresh experiences in life, and life then just becomes a daily grind of work and paying bills and saving up for a house, and years seem to go by twice as quickly as a result. It doesn't feel like that long ago since I made that video, which is weird because it's literally been a whole year. Even then it was just a remake of a video that got muted because of copyright, and I think I may have made it more surreal than I intended. I mean, my animations never turn out the way they do in my head, mainly because I'm doing them all by myself and I have no one to bounce ideas off of, but I digress. Anyway, to answer the question, I need to go back to the beginning. So, I was at university, it was early 2015, I was in my room, and it was basically coming up to the end of the academic term. I had nothing to do, no exams to study for, no essays to write, a few projects to finish off, but nothing substantial. At that point in my life, there really wasn't much going on, so I was pretty bored. In late 2014, I did see various video suggestions on YouTube for something called Five Nights at Freddy's, but I ignored it for a while. I didn't really care what it was trying to offer me, you know, it was just, no, it didn't mean anything to me. Then, in February 2015, I kept seeing it more and more, and eventually I was like, well, I'm open-minded. Let's go see what the big deal is with this game. So at first, the jump scares and the creepy atmospheres, and especially the first ever picture of Springtrap revealed, just, you know, before FNAF 3 came out, that turned me off the series. I was like, no, this is horrible, this is ugly, I don't want anything to do with this. But over time, I found myself coming back to it more and more. And when I learned that there was a fascinating story to the games, the animatronics are more relatable than I thought, and there's a proper reason why they're killing you. Long story short, yeah, I was kind of addicted to Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know why, but I loved it. I still do like it, but not as much as I used to. But yeah, I'd also been seeing a ton of Five Nights artwork on DeviantArt. Every day there was at least one picture or a comic strip on the front page relating to it. It was that popular. And it was there that I discovered Source Filmmaker, and that's a major turning point for me. Gold94 Chica, who is virtually retired now, shoutouts to him though. At the time, he was one of the most prominent FNAF SFM artists, and it was him who inspired me indirectly to give Source Filmmaker a go. So I got to give my thanks to him. Awesome guy. So I got Steam, downloaded the program, and after a day or two using the official Steam tutorials to help me, I got the hang of the software, and I made a little animation test which you can find on my channel. It's the first ever video that I uploaded, and it's still up to date. Wow, 2015, again, it doesn't seem that long ago, but it is. So I began to slowly make more meaningful videos, honing my skills with lights and camera angles, and then I started putting subtitles to give the characters speaking lines, and basically making proper stories. I didn't voice the characters though, as you may have noticed, because my voice is not nearly versatile enough to give a different voice to each individual character, and I didn't want to use a text-to-speech program because that made the characters sound very soulless, and it just sounded very fake and very unprofessional. But yeah, I greatly preferred making longer and more meaningful animations, whereas other animators made short and more whimsical things where like the character does something stupid like for 1 minute. Whereas I like to have a little sincerity in my creations, you know. I did make some light-hearted stuff like the surfing bird video and the one where Foxy walks down the street and the other characters join him. But still, I even made my own original character, which you can see right in the front of you, which I used to represent myself on my channel. His name is Marley the Monkey. He's more of an ape than a monkey, but who cares? And to make him, I basically took the old Bonnie model, recolored it brown, made the ears bigger, added a Team Fortress 2 sniper Panama hat, and yeah, there you go. He mostly appears in the aforementioned Surfing Bird video. That's the one with Toy Chica, for those who are confused. And he also makes a few cameo appearances here and there. So anyway, fast forward to today, I have over 50,000 subscribers, and several videos have over 1 million views, and I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you to all of you who enjoyed my animations. I had a blast making them, and I hope you did watching them, and making them gave me a new lease on life in a way. And I cannot be more thankful for all the support that you've given me. Before I knew it, however, I found myself taking longer breaks between animating, mainly because it was taking increasingly longer and longer to perfect the videos the way I wanted. I had more important obligations in my life, like trying to get a job, and also my interest in Five Nights at Freddy's was rapidly being overtaken by other things. Firstly, since the train wreck that was FNAF World, that was when I was beginning to get bored of the franchise I once loved more than anything else. Then came Sister Location, and I was like, whatever, it's over, the magic of the original games is gone. I really don't think there's much more you can do with FNAF apart from having the same weird looking metal things screaming in your face. That's just my opinion. I think FNAF has been irrelevant for a while now, and I don't consider it worthwhile to make any more videos relating to it as a result. Also, I'm really perfectionist with Source Filmmaker, which is why it takes so freaking long to get stuff out, and even then it's below the standard I want. I'm very modest to a fault, honestly. I mean, I've never seen myself as one of the best FNAF animators on YouTube. Definitely not the worst, but not really the best. Firstly, I can only animate with the FNAF models, because the animatronics are very simple. It's just a head with straight limbs and a body, and because they're robots, you can get away with robotic, non-human-like movements. I tried animating with the Team Fortress 2 models and other human models, and there are so many joints and bones and face sliders, it's too complicated for me. I couldn't get the hang of it. It's also because my laptop isn't that powerful. Several times SFM has crashed because it just couldn't handle the amount of RAM it was asking for. And finally, because of the enormous gaps between uploads, I haven't been keeping my viewers interested with fresh material, whereas other animators make short, simple videos and are constantly keeping their fans satisfied. That's a huge mistake which I've made in the past, and I regret not making smaller things just to tie my fans over. But that's in the past, it doesn't really matter right now. Oh, another reason for my lack of animations: resources. Several maps and models which are frequently used in my videos are either gone from the workshop, or they've changed so they now have missing textures and errors, like certain Freddy Fazbear's Pizza maps, certain animatronics, and most often I've found no way to work around it. It's really annoying, and it's put the kibosh on a lot of my video ideas, so that's a huge deterrent to making animations, just knowing that your resources can disappear at any time. So basically, animating really isn't in my interest anymore. Recently, I went back into Source Filmmaker to recreate an animation which I got partway through and then lost because of a blue screen, and a couple of frames in, I was like, why am I doing this? I'm not having fun. This isn't fun anymore. And it dawned on me, I can't really continue my channel in the same way I have done before. Believe me, when something stops being fun, you should stop doing it. These animations have in the past taken up days of my life, and even in the past I often felt quite reluctant to animate. Many times I'd leave the SFM window open and not even use it, and I'd rack up hours of playtime without even being at the keyboard. If I kept going now, it could potentially be very headache-inducing, extremely stressful, and negatively impact my life and my free time, which I could use for more worthwhile things. I don't need that. I made these videos to entertain my fans, and anyone who decides to watch them, but I can't entertain anyone if I myself am not being entertained by what I'm doing. Does that make sense? I need to be happy, and if I'm not happy, it will show in the final product. A creator needs to have a symbiotic relationship with their fans, so one benefits the other and vice versa. Without that balance, the process is completely unsustainable. Finally, although I am very grateful for my success and subscriber count, don't get me wrong, I feel pretty guilty that I've managed to hold on to that many subscribers without doing anything. Therefore, I feel like I need to go in a new direction to justify that subscriber count. I can't make FNAF animations anymore, at least not regularly. I might make the occasional one, but only if I really feel like it. There are a number of avenues to travel down. For example, I could transform this channel into a Let's Play channel. I've got various games on both consoles and PC that I've loved for years, and I'd like to share my experience playing them with you guys. Sadly, my house isn't really designed in a way that caters to Let's Plays, There aren't really any big enough rooms with a lot of space for me to record in. It's quite cluttered and noisy, and yeah, I'm going to need my own space, my own apartment or house to do it in, so that's not really an option right now. What is an option, and this is much easier for me, is a music channel. I am a composer. I've been working on and off on various tracks in FL Studio for the past year or so. I haven't formally released anything yet because I'm so perfectionist, but yeah, I'd love to share some of the stuff I've made. It's mostly not video game music, it's actual music with lyrics and whatnot, but I am quite proud of it. I can sing. I'm not really a good singer, but I can at least carry a tune. But I'm getting carried away. So in summary, I can't keep making animations because it's too hard and too stressful. I'm not so passionate about FNAF anymore, and it would take a toll on real life. I took a while to even get this video out through a combination of is it worth revealing my voice just for this, and just idleness because it's in an active channel. So instead of leaving it to sit and gather dust, I need to do something with it. Feel free to let me know in the comment section what you would like me to do apart from animations. Don't just say, oh, do whatever you want, just be yourself, because that, although you mean well and I appreciate that, it's not really that helpful. I need to have a clear focus, a clear direction to take this channel in instead of just randomly uploading whatever I feel like, because that doesn't really give me much incentive to really do something meaningful. So leave a comment with your suggestion, and whichever one I think is the most efficient for me and for you guys, I will see what I can do about it. So thanks for listening. I'm sorry I left you guys in the dark for too long, and I look forward to seeing what I'll upload in the future and what you'll think of it. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Solacevision. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.